Hello everyone, Ohio gozaimasu, irashaimase. Welcome to Ohio Anime. My name is John, and we're going to talk about, once again, something anime adjacent. I don't need to make this too much of a trend, but that's seeming to be the case this summer. So, Lord of Mysteries is the show we'll be talking about. And to have that discussion, let's get Phil in here. How's it going?
Hey, I'm Phil. Welcome to Ohio Anime Adjacent.
Yeah, right.
Just rename it. It's fine.
Yeah, right. What's on your shirt there?
Dot action.
Ah, okay, nice. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thanks for being here, Phil. We're
got me.
gonna have a good time talking about a very.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna have a enlightening time talking about a confusing show, or I'm not sure.
I think this is a great show that can really be talked about and unpacked in a podcast format because it is complicated, but I think we've both seen enough episodes now where we can help kind of each other piece together pretty effectively.
That'd be good.
So I think it'll be enlightening. I think it'll be good.
Perfect. And then we'll get hopefully Andrea in here shortly as well. And so before we get to all that, let me just tell everybody, like, share, subscribe, and all the places. We're live now on Twitch, X, and YouTube, so you can follow us any of those places. Jump in the comment section. Let us know how you're piecing together Lord of Mysteries and what you think thus far. All that sort of jazz.
Absolutely.
And then, let's talk before Andrea gets here. What if anything new you've been watching?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, a lot of the series that we've been kind of keeping up on, but anything that you've dove into new territory?
Yeah, I have. Somewhat new. I think I might have talked about. There's a couple that I feel like maybe I haven't talked about before. One of them, which I wasn't sure about when I first started it, but it's called Clevitas.
Okay.
It's pretty commonly promoted on Crunchyroll. Here, I'll kind of pull up the.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's the second thing on top here.
Yeah. So.
Clevitas
or Clevitas. So it's really good. The woman on here is actually not Clevitas. That's one of the other main characters. Clevitas is like, you've learned this the first episode. Essentially, Clevitas is this one of the lords of dark beasts, and she's like a dark beast hunter. But very early on in the show, early on in the first episode, she and all her compatriots get killed by this dark beast because he's like so OP, and he reanimates her with some of her blood, and she kind of becomes like his servant / assistant. And then it kind of goes from there. And then this dark beast kind of assumes a human form because they also, like, in the same situation, rescue this baby. So it's basically kind of an odd couple anime. It's kind of this fantasy, fantastical setting, but it's sort of this odd couple where it's like this powerful dark beast in human form, and then this woman who he is like a warrior who kind of now like is helping him figure out what to do with this baby. It's quite good. I had a little misgivings because it's definitely very like adult. Oh, I see it has a pretty good 4.9. People are liking it. It's definitely more of a drama, action heavy. It's pretty violent, I would say. And in fact, some anime like Attack on Titan will just really lean into the violence, and it's just like people die, and it's like they don't shy away from it. I'm not saying they're trying to make it gratuitously violent, but they're not pulling back on it. But then you'll have shows like Solo Leveling, where you remember in the last season when they were in the orc, like the high orc cave, and the orc emperor is like flicking that guy to the ceiling and the floor, and he's like, and that guy still survived because Jinwoo stepped in time, but like in real life, like that would obviously kill you. There was a scene in the very beginning where one of her colleagues, one of her battle mates, is like slammed against a wall, and it's like broken body twitching, like he's clearly dying. It's like, so there was like one scene of that where I was like, oh, this might be a little bit more than I want, but there hasn't been that level of violence since then, and I really enjoyed it. So but there's other like adult themes that are like definitely not for kids. So, but it's quite good. It's well animated. I do, as the Phil stands out there recall, I do enjoy a fantasy anime. So,
how many episodes in are you?
Let's see. That's a great question. I have watched 5 out of the 6 available episodes. So,
okay,
I'm pretty nice. Decently in.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying that quite a bit. Obviously, I started Kaiju number 8, which has been, I think, overall good. I'm sure we'll do a pod on that at some point, so I won't go into too much. But this last episode finally had some movement. Dana and I have been putting a fair amount of time the last few nights into Witch Watch, so we were like probably 10 episodes behind, and we caught up a bunch. We're still not fully caught up, but that shows, aside from a couple of filler episodes that were clearly just for like goofiness and laughs, there have been some really good episodes with some good forward progression, and it's still quite funny. It's very you know what I've realized, you know, we talked about it in the first episode, so funny, and then it wasn't as laugh out loud funny, but I think the funny part of that show is the writing is very clever. The things that they say, so like the things the writers have like written them in to say are quite funny, and just the way they're phrased. So that's what I've kind of been realizing. Let's see, there's a few other ones. Just a sec, John. I don't know if you watched this too, or I think you said you were going to, but the summer Hikaru died. It's on Netflix.
Oh,
summer Hikaru died. Have you watched that at all?
I have not, but it's on my list.
That's good. I'm trying to think what it reminds me of. It's like very much a kind of a sad. You know, I don't go in for these really super heavy anime like that one that's people are out talking about. That's like all over the internet. People are like, oh, like Togepi's Original Sin. People are like, this is the surprise anime of the year, like the year. People are, this might win anime of the year. But when I read the description, it's like very much about like trauma and bullying and this like alien comes to Earth, and like, that's not a show that's for me, I don't think. But Hikaru, the summer Hikaru died is good because it's got kind of a Lovecraftian monster element to it. But there's also like, it's almost kind of like a low-key romance between these two male leads. But like one of the male leads is dead, and it's like a monster that's inhabiting his body. But the other guy's like in love with him. I mean, this is all, I think, pretty out there. Like, this is the theme. This is the, like, it was before I knew that before I even started it. Like, that was the general theme of the show. But it's good. It's like a slower pace, but there's some really cool animation and really interesting, like, kind of creepiness. So it's kind of like a drama, romance, supernatural horror. You know what? The tone reminds me of parts. The tone reminds me parts of it remind me of Heavenly Delusion, like the tone.
Right.
The tone.
Yeah, that's what I feel like from it. It's a little bit, you know, I added it right away because I heard the kind of creepy vibes that it offers. I thought, okay, but it's not enough horror anime, even if it's not like strictly horror. If it can create some unsettling feelings, you know, I kind of thought of like a paranoia agent or any number of the Boko Monogatari series or whatever. You know, they're all kind of just these like weird, psychological kind of things.
Like psychological. It also reminds me a little bit of Summer, that other one you told me about. Rendering. Summertime Rendering, and also similar vibes to that too. Maybe not quite as horror and as that is, but yeah, quite good. I'm probably an episode or two behind on that one, but I think there maybe is 4 or 5 out. I'm probably 3 episodes in, or maybe 4.
Yeah, there's 5 out right now. Yep.
I'm 3 or 4 episodes in, I imagine. If I had to guess, I could check. But
I'm so far behind, Phil. So far behind. I'm not
right.
even caught up on the thing, like the regular things I'm
Sure.
watching, you know.
Sure. And then, you know, I think Dana left me behind in Apothecary Diaries because I wasn't really willing to watch it in Japanese because I just really enjoy it in English. And she was like, didn't want to wait anymore, so she went ahead. I think on me. So I'm a little behind on that. But yeah, and then obviously, I'm a little. I've been watching DB Her X, but I'm a little behind on that. Oh, Don, obviously. So I mean, I'm watching a lot. But none of the new ones, or the ones I haven't talked about, are probably Clevitas and Summer Hikaru died.
Okay.
And then obviously Lord of Mysteries, which isn't really anime, but I mean, close enough for your work, right?
Well, yeah, that's a lot. Like I say, I'm not even caught up on. You know, it's Don, Kaiju, those for sure. Behind on them, at least an episode now.
Sure.
Hopefully, I'm planning this next week. Hopefully, catch all up on that stuff. Okay. My Dress Up Darling, I did watch at least another episode of that. So I'm 2 or 3 episodes into the new season of that show, and still fun.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think we watched like an episode or 2 at Anime Detour a couple years ago, and it was like interesting. It's like a cosplayer and her like male friend who maybe they're like.
Yes. Did something go? Did something go wrong with that streaming room? Is
maybe,
that the deal?
Yeah, that could be. Yeah. I think we only got to watch like an episode, and then it was
cut out. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then the new volume of the Don manga just came out, so I'm hoping to read that maybe tonight or tomorrow or part of it anyways or something. So
I did sign up for Shonen Jump online, so I haven't been reading Don, but I think the intention was that I was getting into the manga while I was waiting for this new season, and I didn't want to keep buying the physical copies.
Sure.
Expensive, so. But now I haven't been reading it, but I'll probably get back into it when the season ends.
Yep. Okay. Well, let's talk some about Lord of Mysteries.
Sounds excellent.
So I don't remember. I think maybe you're the one that first saw this, right?
Oh.
And heard it was.
Wait, no, I'll wait on this. To remind me though, I have a K-pop Demon Hunter update for you.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll wait till Andrew's on though, because it'll be funnier that way.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's see. So this is this Lord of Mysteries. There are currently 7 episodes out available on Crunchyroll. It is a 10-cent show, so it is straight up Chinese animation show. And it is, you know, we talked about the first couple episodes. You know, we'd seen the first couple episodes. I think Andrew had only seen the first episode. And, you know, we were talking about the confusion. How it looks cool. You know, it has the right sort of setting and vibe, especially for Andrea, Victorian kind of thing. But what's going on? And I had mentioned I appreciated that. Yes, we don't know what's going on, but we gotta just try to trust them to fill us in as time goes on, and sort of this clunky sort of exposition stuff. So, as we've moved on now, we've got 7 episodes under our belt. Does it make more sense to you? Are you still enjoying it? What do you think?
Yes and yes.
Andrea just got here.
Oh, perfect.
Well, yeah, there she is.
Hey, there she is.
Okay, let's put. Oh wait, I don't hear anything yet.
I don't hear anything either.
But
I heard
she can hear us. So before you answer that, Phil, before you answer, if it makes more sense now,
let's back up.
You're still enjoying it.
Yes.
Tell Andrea, tell everyone what your update is on Give Up Demon Hunters. Oh, I hear.
Oh, right. Okay. We just got done talking about what we've been watching and stuff, but I had an update. I remembered I had an update about K-pop Demon Hunters for John, but I wanted you to be on it because it'd be better that way. So I just have to notify you, Jonathan, just John. It's just John. Yeah. That in the car on my way home from work, Golden came on a very popular radio station in the city that we live in.
Are there popular radio stations?
Sorry?
Are there popular radio stations?
Yeah, it's like a very well-known radio station. Like if you lived in our city, if you lived in the city we live in and you were aware of radio, you'd be like, oh yeah, that.
Yeah, what is radio?
Huh?
What is radio?
Oh my God.
Bill?
I'm just saying, I don't know that I explicitly said it on the podcast, but I told Dane after we watched the movie, I was like, not any of these songs, but many of these songs could be like on the radio. Like they're really good. Obviously, it's the movie and the soundtrack are still blowing up, like super popular. And I was like, these songs are going to be on the radio eventually. And lo and behold, today I took a snap. I probably wasn't very safe, but like it was traffic. I took a snap of myself. Like I was like, oh, it's like, listen with it, recorded it for Dana. But,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I have to say, I understand what you're saying here, but the only way a song to get on, needs to get on the radio is for some record company to pay the station to put it on there. That's how music gets distributed on radio stations.
Taking the wind out of my sails here, John.
but I understand cool, the sentiment here.
It's that popular that someone decided it was a good idea to pay the radio station to play it. I'm just saying, it's popular and it's a great song, and I know not everyone loves it.
No, everyone does love it.
K-pop, for all its popularity, like really has had a tough time getting on the radio. Mm-hmm. Like I can remember 2 other K-pop songs that have been on just like general radio.
Yeah,
because and I think both of them were BTS songs. To the radio, but the radio is not where people are going.
Well, I understand,
but it's still like a barometer of like what people think is like worthwhile to put on the air. Like you do have to jump hurdles to get something on the radio. Like I could not record something right now and just be like, play it,
right?
Much as I would want to.
Yes, correct.
I would want to hear whatever that is.
Yeah, totally.
I'll think of some good things.
That was all it was.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, this anime music video that we were going to make now is going to feature an original song by Andrea.
Oh yeah,
the ideas just keep coming.
We haven't really done a lot of work on our anime music video yet, John. We got to get on there.
No, that's very true. I was trying to find like the top lists, on like iTunes, but I'm not used to going and finding that, so I'm not sure exactly where it is. Just for a better barometer.
Sure.
But
probably gonna win a Grammy, but whatever. So
yeah, no, I think it's blown up. The movie's blown up. I think they said it's definitely the biggest success animated movie from Netflix.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, my comment was, well, how many animated movies from Netflix are there?
Sure.
I don't know. There's plenty of animated shows for sure.
Yeah.
And then there's other people's movies on there.
Sure.
But so I don't know that number. But either way, they're certainly happy with the success. And it's of any anime thing, it has transcended, has come up more in regular outside of anime community life than anything else in a long time.
Agreed.
So
for sure. Yeah.
So I think it's
I think Castlevania was probably like also a hot cultural moment, but not quite as ascendant because it's not as family friendly. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
Castlevania was close in a mainstream culture kind of way, but you still could not like show it to your kids.
No.
So you couldn't just like be a casual viewer.
Sure.
Like so many, I feel like so many of like the like memes and, videos I've seen of people, kind of like jamming are like jokes about rewatching or like, oh, your kids watch and then you watch, or, you know what I mean? And that could be like my target audience, but I think it's also just like generally, you know, an easier thing to do because it's family friendly.
Definitely.
Yeah. Castlevania, I mean, that's where I think that this wins out, and I don't think Castlevania comes close, because Castlevania, I think, grabbed the people that were in the sphere already, whether gaming or anime.
Oh,
you know,
I mean, I actually talked to like quite a bit of people that normally wouldn't have, or I maybe wouldn't have guessed liked animated content, and you know they were, you know, able to follow or name check, or you know, or like, yeah, I just started watching that. So I guess for me, maybe that was just like a personal phenomena, but I was surprised.
Yeah. I mean, I think those
and how I could name drop that.
Sure.
I
think those two things are hard to compare. They're just very different. Like, it's like a series versus a movie.
They're very
family
different
versus very much adult for adults. I think they're both very popular in their own way. But yeah. Anyway, that was just supposed to be an aside.
See some more stats and see what more music and covers get made and all that sort of thing. So,
yeah.
Phil, do you have your Don Da Don shirt on?
I do.
You do? Okay, all right. I saw the top half and I was like,
sure.
I'm pretty sure that's Okaroon, but I can't really see. But now, yeah, no, totally. Noise.
Did I share all with you guys the metal cover of Your Idol?
Yeah.
No, but I saw it on Instagram.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, well, very good. K-pop Demon Hunters, our last episode's anime adjacent topic. Andrea, is there any brand new anime you started since our last episode? Or kind of just trying to keep up on other stuff?
Yeah, I was trying to think of what I've been watching. I mean, obviously I went through a little mini marathon of Lord of Mysteries. I've watched everything of Kaiju number 8, the new season.
Nice. Yep. Okay.
So I'm super pumped about that. And I've watched through episode 8 of Campfire Cooking in Another World is my skill, or with my something. I can never remember like the connector. But yes, I've watched that. And then I'm on the penultimate episode of Devil May Cry for Netflix, which I still think is really good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. There have been like a few things here and there where I'm like, I can critique that and whatnot, but overall, I think it's great.
Nice. As you're watching Campfire Cooking, are you like, God, now I just appreciate Phil's anime convention costume and wolf.
Yes. Also,
so much more than I did before.
Like, you very much look like Makoto. Do you know what I mean? Like, your face, like, I totally, it's like the same shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I watched it and I was like, well, this is Phil.
Laugh.
Like, just wandering through this world. Like, I don't know. It really reminded me strongly of you. So
it does seem like a great line.
I appreciate your costume more now because you were very much the character. And you carried the giant Fell. So great for you.
I did indeed.
Also, Fell is hilarious.
So funny.
It's a lot of fun. The show, I will say, I critiqued it a little bit to John when I was first starting out because I was like, it feels like a lot of other shows and it hasn't done anything really super unique yet.
Sure.
And I was, I think, maybe 2 episodes or 3 episodes in, and it started to like separate itself and like try to, you know, keep going and become a little bit more. I still feel like there's like random bits of other shows or it's like reminiscent of other things, but it's no longer just that. It's like its own thing plus those.
Sure.
Now.
Yeah, that's fair. So. And I think I've certainly watched other shows that feel very similar. I think this just does it really, really well. It's really well. I mean, it's MAPPA, so it's well animated.
Right. Yeah, no, it's gorgeous.
Drawn and it's funny. And I think the thing that really kept us with it and that made us really love it is the cooking elements are so great.
Yeah.
like they make food look so delicious, like, you know, and just like then Fell and Sui, and then just like being so just like enraptured with his food, and then how it's like buffing there or like boosting their like skills.
I liked that aspect of it
there. So
yeah. I liked that aspect of it where it was like, okay, well, this is now like, it's not just like making food. It's like, oh, okay, if I make this food, it's going to like boost stat points, which is good sometimes and like not, but I don't want to keep doing it. And it's just like, you know, it's like very careful to not be like, okay, I don't want to be out of control and just unbeatable. And, you know, it can't be too good for this world. So that was fun.
I just love the whole vibe that in this world full of monsters, because Fell, I think he cares about him, but also because he is so terrified of losing his delicious meal ticket that he will do anything to protect Makoto, where Makoto can be like, I'm just going to like fall asleep in this forest glade and I don't need to worry about anything because Fell will literally do anything to protect him. He's so powerful that nothing can. And then, you know, in Sui, obviously, I don't know how much you're in with Sui, but she's also...
Sui just started talking.
Oh, okay. She gets pretty powerful in her own right. So he has two beings that are going to keep him alive no matter what. So he literally can just wander through this world. La, la, la. It's great. I love it. He has no cares. It's just like this very fun dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another show at 4.9.
Yeah. Like I said, you know, John, when we talked, I was kind of like, meh. And it's the show's really, I think, grown into itself. It's nothing earth-shattering or, you know, just like, oh my gosh, you know, how wildly inventive, but it's really good. Yeah.
It's definitely, and I haven't seen that many slice of life shows, and obviously I like fantasy shows. It's certainly my favorite, like, slice of life-esque show that I've watched.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't remember what conversation it came up in before, but it reminds me, like when you were saying that, Andrea, how, you know, sometimes you don't need the show to reinvent anything. It's just like when you're looking for that thing, you want to find that thing, and here it is, you know, like if you want this type of show and you haven't seen any in a while, you just want one of those kind of shows that's really good.
Super fun, casual viewing. Yeah, it's great. If that's really fun.
It's been good, especially, you know, watching like Lord of Mysteries and Devil May Cry, Kaiju number 8. Like Kaiju number 8 actually has been funnier than I expected, which is great. I kind of remember like the beats of it now, you know, like they can really balance that well. But Lord of Mysteries and Devil May Cry have definitely been a lot heavier. So watching this as my balance has been really nice.
Makes sense. You're light and dark.
Yes, you know me.
Well, let's move on to that dark then and get into Lord of Mysteries. Our
sounds good.
Anime adjacent Chinese show. Ashley definitely did a double take the other day as she was not like paying attention to what I was watching. But then it's like, wait a minute, what is that? What language is being spoken right now? It's like it's like, oh, take a person a minute. But
did you guys start off in Chinese or did you start with the dub?
Oh, I started in Chinese. Yeah.
Okay.
Are there episodes dubbed in English yet? Oh, there are.
1 through 3 are.
Oh, no.
I started in Chinese, but I had started it a while back, and so I had wanted to rewatch at least the first one again because I just remember being like, "What is happening?" And I watched 2 and 3 then in English, and I really liked it.
Oh, okay.
The English dub fits so well with this world.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Nice.
Like a majority
Victorian,
of the voices,
so I suppose a nice English accent.
Yeah.
Yes, a majority of the voices were really great. There were like 1 or 2 side characters that I was like, "Yeah, that was a little that was a rough." One female character tried to do a Cockney accent, and it was oof. It was like it was like half refined English, half Cockney, and it was awful. It was so bad.
Fair.
But like our main characters were excellent. So I would highly recommend also the dub, I think.
I've decided I don't make my decisions for my wife, but I've decided that I do think Dana would really like it, and that's not too violent for her, and I actually think she would love it for all the same reasons that you probably would like it, Andrea.
Yeah, and she does better with monster gore than people gore, so that makes this one a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. And so maybe when we watch, I don't know when exactly we'll get around to watching it together, but I told her I'm up to rewatching whenever she wants to start it. And maybe
I would recommend her do the dub. English. Yeah,
I kind of like the Chinese though. It's like an interesting language. It's interesting to hear. It's different than obviously it's different than Japanese. I know that, but I just mean it sounds quite a bit different than Japanese, so it's kind of fun to watch something in a different language.
Yeah, it threw me for like just a second, and then I remember like starting in Chinese, it threw me for a second, but I have watched several like Chinese dramas as well, and so that just sort of like I was able to identify and pick up that it was Chinese pretty quickly.
I could see being okay with the English dub. But
like these two characters in particular, I thought had really great English voices.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm willing to be that behind.
I'm not either.
I mean,
watch it with Dana in English.
That's what I mean. Like it was really tough because I really was enjoying the English, but I was like, well, I gotta obviously switch over. So
sure.
Yeah, two things with that. So one, I also told Ashley I think she'd really like this show. I thought a lot of things would click for her with the occult seances, the creepy elements, all that sort of stuff. Yep. I think she'd be up for that. And then also the I don't know. I kind of like the Chinese because it reminds you that this is definitely not like Victorian England.
Sure.
It's stylistically akin, but it is its own world. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing going through this series that I've found. It seems like they have a pretty deep lore created for this show.
Definitely.
Because they constantly, like the little in-between screens that would be commercial breaks, there's a whole bunch of stuff written down on everything, and like they keep diving into things like kind of assuming we should know, and we don't, obviously, but it's just like playing in that space that it just either they really do have an in-depth lore to these different religions and factions and the histories and everything, or they're doing a really good job of pretending like they do.
Yeah.
So I've appreciated that.
Yeah, for sure. Have you guys dove in at all to the chibi shorts and the explainers?
The lessons?
Old Neil's lessons.
Today that exists. So no, I just
I haven't either.
Okay. I haven't watched all of them. I watched some of them, and they're interesting, and they do help. I think obviously the show must have realized the shorts aren't explaining things, but they do add little tidbits to the like episodes and stuff, so that are helpful to know. But the lessons do help.
Sure.
And I think that they probably realized like, this is a lot of the people that are watching this haven't read the books or the manga or they keep saying it's based off of a novel, so I wonder if it's kind of like a Japanese light novel.
Light novel,
or something.
Yeah.
It's not like a legitimate book. It's like a web novel.
I think this is full on Chinese, so I don't think it'd be a Japanese manga.
No, it wouldn't be manga, but something similar. I think it's like it's like a web. Must be similar
or a graphic novel.
Web must be like webtoons, kind of like.
I think there was a webtoon that I saw in the credits. I don't know if that's how it originated, but
okay.
But anyway,
yeah. Okay, so my question at the top, Phil, was about like, are you understanding this more, and are you still liking it? So it sounds like maybe these other things are helping you understand a little more of the.
They are, but I was feeling much more on solid ground before I discovered that they were on Crunchyroll. I actually just discovered those on Friday night when I sat down to watch the new episode, episode 7. And
sorry, we have an audience who answered. It's a web novel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
A web novel, but it's not like it's like more like manga. It's not like written word web novel, I'm assuming.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see what they're going to say about it. But maybe it is. Maybe it's a legitimate novel. Maybe I should know what a Chinese web novel is. Maybe it's very obvious that's like more like manga. I don't know. Anyway, lost my train of thought. So
sorry.
No, it's okay. What was that?
You were feeling about more on solid footing with the world before you discovered the shorts, which were on Crunchyroll.
Thank you. Yes. So I went to watch it on Friday night.
It is just words. Sorry.
It's just words.
They keep coming in right as you're about to get your train of thought back. But yeah.
Wow. Okay. So the animation company completely just like animated it from scratch, just from like the words.
I think it was adapted into a comic then afterwards.
Okay.
And then now a show.
I was gonna say, dang, I would be
cool.
hella impressed. I still am. I think the world is
that's
gorgeous,
awesome. Okay, wow. I wasn't clear on that. So I mean, there's only so much time I have to devote to like digging around on Reddit and stuff like that to find out some of the stuff. So anyway, so I sat down to watch it on Friday evening, and then it wasn't the new episode wasn't on there. I was like, what the heck? And then I found out it doesn't actually drop till 10 o'clock on Fridays. So I waited until 10 to watch it, and then when it dropped, for some reason, I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but the subtitles weren't there yet. So like just in Chinese, and it was like subtitles none. I was like, well, that's not helpful. So I didn't end up watching it until Sunday or something like that. But anyway, that's when I discovered the lessons, because I was like kind of thinking around on
they dropped it all at once.
The lessons and the chibi shorts. Well, for a while, the chibi shorts were just on YouTube, and I didn't know that if they were actually affiliated. I had heard about them, and I didn't know if they were affiliated with the production company that's doing the show, but I think they are. But they're all very good. Anyway, so feeling more on solid ground. I love it. Episode 7 was amazing. I think it's getting really good. And the more I think you understand it and like get into it, the better it's going to be. I think it's going to be just like awesome and epic. And it just seems like, from the little bit I've kind of read online and some little YouTube shorts I've seen and stuff, I think it gets wild, like crazy, like, godlike powers, and it's going to get crazy.
I mean, are you gonna give up your love of Jinwoo and replace him with?
I mean, I don't think I have a lot of room in my heart for multiple. Edgelords.
Okay.
Let's just say.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of the term this character's aura farming? It's like this new way of saying online that someone is like trying to like becoming an edgelord, kind of like. I think it's very funny. Aura farming. So Klein, he's aura farming. Jinwoo, obviously aura farming. So.
If you ever want to get Phil deep in the lore, talk about edgelords. That's the one area Phil's like, I'm all in on the deep dive.
All in.
Well, Andrea, how about you? Are you feeling more familiar now with this world? Are you feeling more solid ground? And
yes, I mean, the last time we'd spoken about this show, I'd only watched the one episode, and that was just pure chaos. And I was very kind of turned off by the, in middle of story opening and like just like the sheer amount of stuff that was not explained. But it really did pick up very quickly into trying to give us those explanations. And I appreciated that, because, you can't have 2 episodes like the first one, and I think you would turn too many viewers off. So they did like pick it up and start giving us real explanations, meeting other characters very quickly, getting some sort of organization into this world. I do think that the show has a tendency to lean on the unfinished and not give very satisfying endings to things, or like leave threads open in a way that can bother me sometimes. You know, and it vacillates between, you know, the larger arc and these kind of, you know, episode of the week mysteries that Klein is gaining experience in solving and, you know, gaining points with like the Nighthawks and, you know, moving up in the ranks.
Yep.
And I don't know that the show always balances that perfectly and, you know, doesn't always like, you know, spin all the plates. But overall, I really do feel like I'm on more solid ground. I understand the world and I feel like we're going somewhere. So I really, so yeah, it's definitely something I'd watch again for another season. I'm really getting into it and I like it, but I do think that there could be a little bit more cleanliness in the story sometimes.
I get the impression they have so much to pack in. It's like when I watched the Harry Potter movies, and I was just like, I feel like I'm missing so much. I feel like this, because there is so much lore and there's so much content, I'm sure they have to like, oh, how are we going to contain this a little bit for TV? But
yeah, and I mean, I feel like this season could have benefited from maybe being, you know, a couple of more episodes long, just to flesh out a few of the loose ends.
Yeah, give me more. I'm on board with that. Do they? We know. I thought I've read a couple different things, but is there an official word on season length? Do you guys know?
Here, I got some chat comments here. The season is just volume 1 of the novel, which is around 9 volumes.
I mean, even maybe 9 episodes, 1 episode per volume.
Okay.
You know?
And then he says, Deathbreaker says 13 episode constraint. So I think the problem with 13 episode constraint.
Okay, I did read that somewhere too, but then I read that it might be longer. And then I also read that season 2 might be like a long season, but split into 2 different cores or whatever. So maybe we'll get kind of like a Dawn to Dawn and a Kaiju number 8 type situation where it's like winter of 2026 and July of 2027 or something like that. Yeah.
But. Yeah, I don't know. I to your point with the like maybe unsatisfying endings to story beats or whatever. I'm just seeing them still as like pieces of the whole. Like even, you know, like they're not concluded yet. They're just setting up more a lot of the time.
Right.
You know? And it's like we had it now. I kind of wanted to rewatch it. I think it was in this last episode, in episode 7 here. It's like, oh, I should rewatch that bit because he's sort of breaking down like, okay, there is someone plotting this whole thing. And here's the web, like here's the A to B to C kind of pathway to finding this, because, you know, the whole thing was these things are unrelated and now he's starting to try to connect them. Like, they actually are connected, and it's not just coincidence, even though it seems like it. He's been warned of coincidence.
Yeah.
But like he didn't figure it out.
No, he didn't figure it out. But
it was like a weird scene to be like, these things are all connected, but I'm not going to put the pieces together. And so that's the kind of like instance I'm talking about. Like it felt like a wrap up moment or like a moment to move the story forward, and then it just didn't.
Well, it's just the next puzzle piece, which is the red smokestacks.
Right.
So it's him understanding that these things are connected. He's been put here in this situation by someone for a purpose, and he thinks that person can be found if he finds the red smokestacks.
Yeah, and I get that. I think like there are a lot of like moments where it's like we have this puzzle piece and then we have this puzzle piece and we have this puzzle piece. I want maybe like 2 of those puzzle pieces to be put together before I have another puzzle piece.
Sure.
Because I feel like right now I have like 7 or 8 puzzle pieces and can like 2 of them go together so I can like. I don't
think this is that kind of show. I think they're going to be like, we're going to give you 20 puzzle pieces, and then in like a year and a half, we'll put 3 of them together.
Yeah. So for me, that's just like kind of like a you know, for me as an audience member, I would have just liked maybe one or two to kind of like come together, or like one mystery be solved. Like, okay, we have, you know, like the woman who is the man who turned into a woman who's like the death goddess cult. Like now she disappeared. She was there. She did something. She's gone. Triss. Yep. But like, you know, obviously like Klein still doesn't know why he came into this world and like what's going on with his transmogrification, like, or transmigration, excuse me. Or the captain clearly had something go on with him when he got attacked in one of the battles, and he's like suffering through, like stuff is happening over here. Now we have like red smokestacks. We have, you know, all of these like things. Why was I put on these cases? The cloth puppet doll who reached out to him. You know what I mean? It's just like pieces and pieces and pieces and pieces. And I want like two of them to maybe make me move the story forward.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's all very good. Like they're all really well done, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I just want like a little bit of like, haha. Okay, now here.
Yeah. I think I would guess we'll get some small pieces to fit together, kind of at the end of this season.
Sure.
But it probably still won't feel very like.
Yeah, I don't need like full ending catharsis. You know.
Right. Yeah.
I just want like one or two.
I'm sure
very quickly here to go
we're not
together.
Going to get much per season, I imagine, in terms of answers.
It would be wise for them to have it paced out to have some answers. You know, you do have to space that stuff out because otherwise it's going to feel rushed at the end trying to explain everything, or unfulfilling because you leave all these things hanging.
Right.
So
true.
You know,
I think there's probably still a fair amount about this Azek professor guy and stuff.
I loved his story. It was
cool.
so beautiful, and it was also very like, it was like a different take on a Dracula story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
I loved it.
I love the
they let us down all those
skull. That was so good.
All those Dracula sort of Castlevania vibes too. I wrote that in notes. You know, it's like obviously
for sure.
Castle and the red moon there and everything, and I thought that was well done. I want to know, like, you know, why does something bad always befall his family? Like he's actually like something he has done to hurt them.
Yeah.
Sure.
What is that exactly? And is he? Is
see, another like
curse?
Random mystery puzzle piece. Like,
yes.
Somebody have an answer for something.
Well, and how about one of the most interesting out there things to me is the kind of above the clouds, but in the gray smoke sort of conference table, and he's got the two people there. And where are they from?
Justice and the Hanged Man.
Yeah. That's all cool, but we really just like transport there out of nowhere often. Like we don't see him like set up, you know, one time is like, oh, I should go somewhere more private for this. Otherwise it's always just like, we're just there. And so I thought that I would like to know more on that. Like, are these people also on the same continent, same country? They find him in here? Or is this like a different? Are they reaching out to different?
I think they talk about some of that in the lessons. They talk about like the continent they're on, and the different continents, and the different countries, and the different continents, and where Klein. They do talk about that a bit. So I was gonna say
it seemed like Justice at least was somewhere else. Because we got a little bit of her backstory and like her, you know, kind of nobility upbringing. We know next to nothing about the Hanged Man right now. If you're just watching, you know, the straight episodes, I don't know what's in the other stuff right now, but yeah, we at least got a little bit of her, you know, circumstance and her kind of walk of life.
Yeah.
And it felt to me like it was a different place.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, definitely watch the shorts and the.
Okay.
I think it's not like spoilers. I think they're meant to be almost like appendices, you know, virtual appendices.
Okay.
To the show, you know, Klein pulled them into the fog.
I like the idea.
One of the powers of the fog. Yeah, I mean, there are lots. I mean, yeah, there's so many things.
The fog is another mystery to kind of grapple with.
Yeah,
because the one thing that's fascinating me is like seeing how Klein is very, he's obviously pulled in here from a different world, but he's getting a hang of a lot of this stuff quickly.
Yeah,
like he's taking advantage of these powers and this world 100%. And stuff spectacularly well. And I've actually liked a lot of that. It's like, okay, he's like embraced, but it makes me forget sometimes that he's from a different place.
Right.
He's got a different family. Yep. And so my question, part of that is like, so the person Klein that killed himself, I'm guessing this is what he still looks like. What did Klein look like before? Did we see that at all? Or he just had to get used to a new body? Or is this some sort of like illusionary thing to others around him? And this is what Klein has always looked like? Or are these like mirror people in different realities and they would look the same anyways? I don't know.
No, I don't think we ever saw what he looked like in China when he was living in modern day China.
No, we only see his parents.
Mm-hmm. It's like you're looking at his environment through his eyes in those cutscenes.
Okay, so this makes some sense here from Nitrate due to this aspect of being able to pull them into the mysterious fog. They assume Klein is like their god, and so I've been playing into that role a little bit.
Yeah.
He does. He does definitely like lean into that. He almost acts like a different person,
right?
He does in front of them for sure.
But maybe he's just a super smart like guy who knows how to like.
He's a good improv actor.
Yeah. People are good about that sort of thing. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just love. I mean, for me, just the vibes of the show are so interesting, so fun. Like, I just love this last episode where they're like, "Yeah, you're gonna guard this door for a bit," and he's like, "Okay, great. What if it opens?" And they're like, certainly not going to open. Don't worry. But then you would,
it doesn't.
And then the door would start to creak open. And I was like, "Oh, they're opening!" It was so cool. Yeah. Just the whole scene was just spooky, and then the creepy doll coming out. Oh, I loved it. Loved all of it.
Let's see what other notes I've written here. Other than lots of, I've been surprised and liked some of the brutality, and the guy bit his own fingers off.
Oh yeah.
Not because he wanted to, obviously, but
right.
That was good.
To be like that, you just gotta.
What do you think of like how magic is represented in this world? Because they play with a lot of different ideas from So we have obviously divination and like scrying or dowsing rods, that sort of thing, and then seances, and then you can do like rituals, and then ask for your bills to be paid off,
right,
and then find money. So I thought that was a really interesting like little break, because people always would ask that sort of thing, like if you're talking with magic, like why don't you just use it to have all the gold you want or whatever. And so they do a little thing here of how it would work in this situation. And so my question is, did it make the man lose his wallet and him find it, or had he already lost his wallet and the magic allows him to locate it? And then like, which way does this go?
Yeah, good question. I don't really know. I do like the whole idea that it seems like the more I kind of learn about this world, it's like they're all part of an order that sort of like, worship might be too strong of a word, but basically are like, they're all part of these different like churches almost that they're worshiping these different like gods and goddesses. And so that's like, in some ways you almost would assume that they're getting their powers from these deities that they sort of like, of the churches they belong to, like they're borrowing their power. And then I don't know, but it's also like, but to your guys' point, like there's all these different ways of magic, and they all are like fairly different, obviously depending on your path. It's different kinds of magic you can do, but it's like no one does the same exact type of magic. They're not like shooting each other with wands. They're like doing these very unique like specialty rituals that only they can do, really. So it's kind of cool in that way. It's a really unique system. I feel like. Sorry. What did that comment say? Can you put that back up?
Oh, yeah. He's just saying that he is really smart, and the fact that he has memories from both places now, like where he was before, and now this new body.
And I suppose modern day China being a more advanced world, he would like have a leg up, like knowing more than you'd think the average person in this world would know, because it's more of a Victorian steampunky.
Yeah. I mean, he's still, I mean, even with those memories though, he has to think on his feet, because you would have memories, but you wouldn't necessarily know how somebody should act, or, how they would interact with other people. So I think, to be not discovered as like, man, you're kind of acting really funny. I think it would be super believable. I think it would be super believable that like people would be like, okay, we need to have you examined because you're not acting like Klein. And I'm kind of surprised like somebody hasn't.
Right. Yeah. Sound close to him. Mm-hmm.
It's still a fictional work after all, so we have to give a little bit of
right. You have to buy into it a little bit.
No, Phil. Anytime that it's fictional. I mean, obviously we had to like let all the magic go, because that's create the rules of this world here. But yeah, I love that. I love that. I was telling Ashley this the other day. I was like, I'm so happy they're doing all this cool shit, and then I don't have to hear a word about how they're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to hear a single thing about like, I have to do this or that, whatever. It's just, these people, they all have different paths they've taken, and they have different abilities. And with the name, it can you can sort of infer the types of things maybe they could do. Nightmare.
Or they sort of note once or twice, like, oh, it's like this thing that we can do, but they don't explain it to you, or they don't give it a name. It's not like, oh, he's using blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Yeah. So I do think the show does strike a nice balance of like explaining a little bit of, something sometimes, or when we have a character that repeats like the same incantation, but then like later they make the same thing happen and they don't do that. It's nice. Like, we got it. We don't have to say the thing every time.
Yep. I did find it odd that Beyonder, that Klein shot, that kind of went a little, that like was like that he found in the library. That could have so badly miscalculated like the jump, and then he just fell into like a jumble at Klein's feet. I was like, this
that was weird.
Relatively powerful Beyonder, like he's at least as powerful as Klein, presumably, or more powerful.
Yeah.
And but he was surprised by that as well. Like he noted that being weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know what.
So it's, maybe something that'll be explained later.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But
maybe there's something watching out for him, that because he needs to put all these pieces together. He's interacting with the Antigonus notebook. Yeah. Like, maybe he needs to get somewhere, and something is watching out and like nudging him that direction.
Yeah, that could be. That was a cool scene.
Yeah. It was a cool scene, but it was a weird moment where he was like, "Whoa, that was lucky. That was awesome."
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I meant the one that John is up when but that was a cool scene too.
Oh, yeah.
The one where he like saw this god
blazing
essentially.
Sun.
And,
he's like has this one of the items, which I loved. Again, they're like, here's this item, oddly numbered, and here's its incredible power, but you'll get really stupid if you hold on to this for too long. And so they're like taking shifts on it, and then he's looking at it, and this I like this new element we have in the last few episodes or whatever of he's this gold drop of liquid, and he's burning and sees the upside down god or whatever. He's don't stare upon gods.
Right.
This is a whole new cool thing, and again, like the fog like saves him then.
Right. Yeah, he's surprisingly still well adjusted for it. I mean, he's been through some shit. He was burning alive, and maybe that's also a coincidence.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what that's a reference to.
The guy probably falling and
and not making it to Klein. I would agree. I think it's, again, this behind the scenes player was like, oh no, I can't actually let you kill him.
Sure.
Yep. What is Arab? What is this? So they fumbled with the first 3. Tencent is at fault here because they want to do that 3-episode rule, even with the director and Cuttlefish. So the 3-episode rule, I'm not familiar.
No, I'm not either. Or just
the Chinese multinational technology conglomerate. That's what.
That's Tencent.
Is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Taking over the world.
Oh, Tencent Video. Oh yeah. Okay.
Maybe they mean in every 3 episodes they want to have a big fight scene or something. Because I know I read something
or
that they
you have to be able to
they
understand the first
big fight scene in the first 3 episodes, even though it wouldn't.
Season 1 is confirmed 13 episode plus 2 special episodes.
Season 2 confirmed 20
plus.
Season
2 is confirmed for 20 plus. Okay.
Whoa.
But I did hear that might be split, but we'll see.
That makes sense to do. Yeah, they might do that. Half in one half of the year and half the other half. Yeah.
Which isn't the end of the world, but okay, cool.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think this is only going to get more and more popular, though. Clearly, we've never had this. I mean, well, maybe not never, but a lot of people interested in commenting. So, that's great. Keep it coming. But I think this show is going to be big.
I like what they're doing with the. I often complain about sort of CG. I don't like the CG look of things.
You don't,
but in this, it works a lot because the CG on it's basically your backgrounds and everything are meticulously well put together in a digitally rendered sort of thing, and they create a good. It doesn't feel lifeless. It doesn't feel outdated. That was always a thing early on in anime, and they kind of did it for a long time where you'd be familiar with Pixar movies or something, or even really good video games. And then you get to the CG in an anime and be like, this is just a step behind. It just doesn't look as good. Please just draw it. Give me the hand-drawn look, even if it's done on a computer, hand-drawn look.
Right.
But this... It is now good enough where it looks gorgeous, and then we still get the people that look hand drawn.
Yep.
So we get that proper anime sort of aesthetic.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Look at the lighting. Oh, it's all just great. Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Well, you guys have anything about these first 7 episodes we haven't talked about, or anyone in chat have something that's on your mind about these first 7 episodes that were missing or stuck out to you or something like that? Let's see.
Oh, I see.
Nitrate says, by the way, Lord of Mysteries RPG game is also in development. That'd be interesting.
That would be.
China's getting big into gaming, so that makes sense there.
Does anybody in the comments sections?
This really feels. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay. The director and Cuttlefish are upset about the pacing of the first 3. Oh well, I did hear that someone wanted to, whether it was the studio or the showrunner or whoever, wanted to mix it around a little bit to make sure they got an action scene in the first couple episodes or something. But that ordinarily it was all kind of out of order. But it sounds like it's going to be out of order because of because something like this is a much different medium than a novel. It just is. So, I wonder, anybody out there in the comments know if this novel has been translated into multiple languages? Can we read it in English if we wanted to? I could do some Google research too, but if anybody knows, hit up the chat. That'd be cool to know about. I wouldn't hate reading it potentially. I always like reading something after I've watched it, not the other way around, preferably. So,
yeah.
To those last two comments, you know, while maybe somebody is replying, this totally feels like a game. Like I can already see this for sure.
Definitely.
This, you know, it like half the time I watch something and I'm like, man, this is like a game sequence right here, you know? So I think it could very easily translate to that. And then for the pacing thing, yeah, I I definitely get it. Like the first three were a little scrambled, even for I think, you know, medium that meant it to be in a story that's meant to be told a little bit out of order. But yeah,
sure, yeah, fair. I'm without knowing the full story.
Ooh, it's way
hard
better
to know
than
how badly they bungled the first 3 episodes. Like I'm like, it seemed fine, but then if I'd read the book, I'm sure I'd be like, it was terrible. So, sorry, I blew up.
Yeah.
Take it down, Phil.
I believe that. Take it down a notch.
I can see it as a video game too, as long as they don't adapt the book. Like if they place a game in this world and let you become a Beyonder and choose your path,
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Obviously perfect, right?
I mean, you already have tasks in front of you. You know what I mean? Like collect the ingredients and find the who's going to give you the potion, and you know what I mean. There's so much that lends this to great video gameplay. So
definitely,
I would totally play it.
Definitely. Oh, so for those of you in the comment section that have been graciously answering some of our questions, that have read the web novel. Do you guys and gals even like the anime at all, or the Donghua at all? Or are you like, this is good, but the book's way better? Or is it like, this isn't even, I didn't even like this? 15, 20, okay.
Went back and they showed some of Klein's past life.
Sure.
Episode 2 at 15:29.
Refer to.
That's what I say. Like I watched the first 2 episodes or whatever, and then it was a while. All this new stuff was coming out, and it was a little bit of a break. And so then I watched a lot of this more recent stuff in order. But yeah,
same. But I dig it. I mean,
I do too.
Not that I don't think they were saying it's not worth watching, and just that the often the source material is better than the.
Of course,
you know. I mean, that's almost always true, except for the Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson movies. No, I'm just kidding. Those I don't know if they're better than J.R. Tolkien's novels, but those are like you can't.
There's such great adaptations. Yeah, I mean,
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, I feel like almost anyone has to be pretty pleased with if they were looking for an adaptation into animation for this story, pleased with the production value. You know, you're at least getting that, and like if they can, Oh yeah. Oh, here, yeah. I like
Deathbreaker.
Deathbreaker. I like the visual of the anime, but in terms of pace, I like the novel.
I mean, like to your point, you were saying, John, it'd be hard to not appreciate the visual of the anime. It's just done really well.
Nitrate says novel is great, anime is decent. It's just that the first 3 episodes were really fast paced, so people did not really get to develop interests for other characters.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It was hectic. It was.
And my understanding is that they're just flip-flopping things all out of order, so that like they will get back to those, like stuff I read online. It's like they will get back to some of those other characters. It's just not presented in the same order. It's not like they're completely removed.
Yeah.
But I mean, I certainly see what you're saying, though. I forget who said that last comment, but Deathbreaker, maybe.
Yeah, and it just. I appreciate the timing of this, of whether, you know, I don't want them to just sit and rattle off to me where everyone is, you know, their whole histories or abilities or anything like that. Like, because it just doesn't make sense to try to have that happen. You know, you can have that time in a novel for those sort of things. You can sit in someone's thoughts for a long time, and it doesn't matter, you know. So, yeah,
definitely. Well, very interesting. we'll have to circle back and maybe at the end of this season and do another pod to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anime has event-based structure. Novel has real-world structure. Sure, I imagine that's just a product of visual medium just being different than a written medium. But
well, I'm glad that you turned us on to this, Phil, and we'll keep going. I don't know how many episodes we should cover at a time. This was a lot, so it's we obviously didn't break down too far in detail each episode. Just like you say, to get caught up.
Yeah.
See if we're still excited about this ride and that sort of thing. Yeah. And then maybe we want to do next 3 episodes or something like that at a time.
Sure.
If this is going to be 13, then 3 and 3 would take us to the end of the season.
Yeah, I'm fine with any of that. I also would just point out that there's so many other good shows on right now that we could do episodes on that we could. I wouldn't mind waiting till the end of this season and then just doing a full season recap. Halfway through, end of season.
Yep.
But I'm open to whatever.
We'll see what we get for timing. Yeah. But definitely some interest. Thank you all in the chat for jumping in, filling us in on some of this stuff.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Let's see. I want to get the people's names here. We got Nitre, Deathbreaker, Arab, and hopefully I got everyone there.
Or Boat. Sorry, B-A-U-T.
Oh, did I miss someone?
Yep. Interesting.
Yep.
So, sorry, I was just reading their latest, however you pronounce that, their latest comment. They wish that Crunchyroll had released with the English dub on the first day because they have extra lines in the English dub. So that's interesting.
Oh, that's why I didn't see it. Sorry. That's, you're from...
there's a bunch that didn't come up.
Just from X here. So
sure. Yeah. Oh, I see.
Thanks for joining over there on X.
Someone else, Psychia.
Bunch of people. Good stuff.
Looks like maybe a pic of Apothecary Diaries in the profile there.
Oh yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Love it. That's
Sweet.
a show we haven't talked about in a while, which is a good one.
So thank you all for being here. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, really.
This is Ohio Anime. Can follow us. Ohio Anime adjacent. Yeah, right. The YouTube channel is just Ohio Anime. Otherwise, on podcast directories, you can find us on Popcast on the Rocks. Because for everybody here, we do typically 2 shows. There's the Popcast on the Rocks podcast, which is general pop culture, usually TV shows and movies or whatever. And then we rotate weeks with Ohio Anime. And to make that hopefully easy on podcast directories like Apple Podcasts and Spotify and stuff, it's all under Popcast on the Rocks. It will be labeled whether it's that show or an Ohio Anime one. And then on YouTube, we split it up. Just on YouTube, for algorithm's sake, it's supposed to be better to have a little more focused channels. So on YouTube, we have the Ohio Anime channel, and we have the Popcast on the Rocks channel, which is even more confusing because right now, if you're on YouTube, we're streaming to Popcast on the Rocks channel, but that will go away, and you'll find the video on demand, all that on Ohio Anime channel there. So make sure you subscribe to Ohio Anime on YouTube if that is what you're interested in, is the anime aspect of things here. Mm-hmm. So if there's other shows you want us to talk about, if there's something you're really loving, leave it in the comments. Let us know. Mm-hmm. Appreciate all that. Appreciate your contributions tonight. And Andrea and Phil, I also appreciate you guys being here. So
absolutely. Thanks for having me on, John and Andrea.
Of course. Cheers.
See you guys next time.